Lesson is from physics. See the lesson name. The lesson name is forces and motion. First, we are going to see about motion and rest. So, what causes motion or rest? So, the push or pull action causes a motion or rest. So, look at this picture. The first picture, you can see this girl. She is pulling the bucket. She is drawing water from the well and she is pulling. So by doing this action, she is moving the bucket. Okay, so here the pull action results in motion. And next one, look at this man. What he is doing is he is pushing the vehicle. Okay, by pushing he is moving. So what action he is doing here is push. And look at this boy here playing. So he is pushing the tire, and this push action results in motion. Okay, and next one here. So this boy, what he is doing is he is pushing the swing. So by doing pushing is moving the swing forward. Okay, and here look at this man. What he is doing is he is pulling the bullock cart. Okay, by pulling it, what he is doing is he is making the bullock cart to stop. So he is bringing his vehicle from motion to rest. He is setting his vehicle from motion to rest by a pull action. Okay, and here, so what is happening here is hammering. So by hammering, there is a push action. By this, he is moving this nail. Okay, so as a result, the push or pull action may result in motion or rest. So let's see what is motion. So look at this video carefully. So what is happening? The car is moving. Okay, we can conclude that whenever there is a change in the motion of an object with respect to time, then that is called as a motion. So again, I am playing this video of a, look at this carefully. So the car is moving with respect to time. So that is, it is changing its position from this end to that end with respect to time. So we say this car is in motion. So what is motion? Whenever there is a change of position of an object with respect to time, then it is called motion. Okay, next we'll see about rest. What is rest? So look at the picture here. Here the crane is not moving. So if an object remains stationary with respect to time, we'll call that as rest. So here the crane, it is not moving, it is remaining in one place. Okay, so it is in rest. Okay, so if an object remains stationary with respect to time, it is called rest. Okay, so by looking at the definitions, we come to know that the motion and the rest are relative to each other. Okay, how they are relative to each other? Let's see it. So look at this car picture here. Here what happens? The friends are sitting inside the car and they are moving. Okay, so they are moving. So these friends, they are sitting next to each other. So according to one friend, another friend is in the same place. So he is sitting next to him from the beginning of the ride to till the end. So the friends in the car seems to be at rest with respect to each other. So when they say when they see from their point of view, this their friend is at rest. But what happens is, if you stand on in the roadside and if you view the car moving, what happens is these friends will be in a motion with respect to the car. So if you stand on the roadside, so if you see that, they will be in a motion. Okay, so this example shows that the rest and motion are in relative to each other. Clear? So for to make it understand better, we have a event. So example, there is in the first example we can see a man sailing on a boat. Okay, so we can see a man sailing in a boat. So with respect to this boat, this man is at rest. Okay, as the time changes also, the position of the man doesn't change with respect to the boat. So with respect to the boat, the man is at rest. But with respect to the river bank, okay, with respect to the river bank, what happens is, as the time changes, the man will be moving from this corner to the that corner. So he is in motion with respect to the river bank. So this motion or state of rest depends on the point of view. So that is depends on the observer's point. Let's see the another example, the same swing example. So in this thing, the girl is dash with respect to swing. So that is the swing. So she is stationary at all the time. She will be sitting on the swing only. Okay, so whether the swing moves forward or backward, she will be sitting on the swing. So she is at stationary. She remains she is in a state of rest. Okay, throughout the playing in the swing. But according to the park, with respect to the park, what happens is, she is continuously changing her position forward and backward. So according to the park, with respect to the park, or otherwise if with respect to this boy, this girl is in motion. Okay, she is moving continuously. She is changing her position with respect to time. So she'll be in motion. Okay, so next example is riding a bicycle. So it's also the same thing. So the girl remains stationary with respect to the cycle, but she is moving with respect to the road. Okay, she is traveling from this point to this point. So she is in motion with respect to the road. Clear? So these all events shows that motion and the rest are relative to each other. Okay, so next term we are going to say is force. So what is force? So force is push or pull action by animate or inanimate agency. So that is, the force is a push or pull action by any animate or inanimate agency. So animate means a living agency, like a man pushing a cart, a man hitting a ball. So all this comes under your animate agency, living things, or your cattle or something which is carrying. Okay, donkey carrying the weight and moving. So that is also your animate agency. So inanimate is a non-living things. Okay, non-living thing will come under your inanimate agency. So what is force? Force is a push or pull action. Force is a push or pull action by animate or inanimate agency. So next is types of force. The forces. So what are the agencies of force? Are animate agent factor, inanimate factor, and based on that we have two broad classification of force. One is a contact force, another is non-contact force. So forces can be of two types: contact force, non-contact force. And which what I given here is a causes for agencies for force, that is the animate factors, inanimate factors, and here this is these contact force and non-contact force are the types of forces which was classified based on the contact. So now let's see what is contact force. So contact force means the force in which there will be a interaction between objects. So example is a applied force, that is a baseball player hitting a ball or a cricketer hitting a ball. So that in that thing what he is doing is he so so here the man, the sports person, is creating a force. He is doing a push or push action, and is touching this bat, and from that the bat touches the ball. So there is an interaction between a object by a touch. So this comes under your contact force, and under contact force it is a applied force. And the next one is your spring force. So when you stretch the spring, what you are doing is you are pulling the spring. So that also happens by a contact. Okay, and this stretching of string can happen by a animate agency or inanimate agency. If you pull it with your hands, that will become your animate agency, and if you use machine to do this stretching of string or contracting of string, then it will become your inanimate agencies. And another example for contact force are drag force, frictional force, normal forces. And next one is a non-contact force. And in the non-contact force there will be either attraction or repulsion, and it will happen from a distance. Okay, here the object will not be in contact with that agency which is creating a force. Okay, for example, your magnetic force. If you take a magnet and if you take it go near the iron nails itself, what happens is you can feel the attraction. Here before touching the iron nail itself you can feel the force. So that is your, so this force comes under your non-contact force. And next one, your electric force, and this force you will be studying in upper classes, higher classes. So next is your gravitational force, and this you know as if the all the leaves from the trees, once they shed they will fall down. The same way the fruits from the trees, it will fall down, and this all because of a force of attraction by the earth. So that force is a gravitational force, and it happens without, before the fruit touches the ground itself we can experience the force. So it comes under your non-contact force. Yeah. And next one, effect of force. So effect of force means what are the things the force can change. So when we apply force, what changes you can see. So first one, the force can change the state of a body from rest to motion. Next, the force can either change the speed or direction, or both speed and direction of the body. And next one, the force can also change the shape of the body. So look at the first picture. What they are doing is both of them are, so the boy and the girl in the picture, what they are doing is they are pushing the vehicle. So by pushing it, what they are doing is they are applying a force. This force makes the body, that is the vehicle which was in rest, to move. So the force can change the state of a body from rest to motion. And if they pull the vehicle, what will happen? The vehicle will come to rest. So it can change the state of a body from motion to rest also. And next picture, look at this picture, a baseball player. So what he is doing is, so when the ball comes, it comes with one speed. So when he hit it, he changes the speed of the ball, as well as he can also change the direction of the ball, where it has to go. Okay, so the force created by the player changes the speed and direction of the ball. It can change both, or it can change only the direction, or it can change only the speed of the ball. So the force either can change the speed or direction, or both speed and direction of the body. And next one, so look at this picture here, stretching of a string. So if you continuously stretch the string, what happens to its shape? The shape will be deformed. Okay, the shape of the string will be deformed. The same way you can bend your bend your plastic wires or anything. So by applying the force, you can bend it. So you are changing the shape of the object. So clear? So summary, what you have learned till this. Let's sum up what you have learned till now. So we have learned push and pull action involved in motion. And next, what is motion? So what is motion? So whenever a object changes its position with respect to time, we call that as a motion. What is rest? If the object remains to be in a stationary position with respect to time, we'll call that as a rest. And we also seen a demo like thing to understand the motion and rest are in relative in nature. And we have seen what is force. Okay, force is a push or pull action by a animate or inanimate agency. And we have also seen the types of force. They are based on contact. So there are two types of force, contact force and non-contact force. And last one, what we have seen is effects of force. So what are the effects? The force can change the position and state of motion to rest or state of rest to motion. And next one, it can change the shape of a body. Third, it can change the speed or direction or both of the body. Okay. So now it's a question time. Fill in the blanks. So kicking a ball is a contact force. Therefore, falling off a ball is what force? Sorry, falling off leaf is what? And next one, the force which acts on an object without physical contact is called dash. So that is, there is no contact between the object and the force. Then what is the name of that force? Third, a change in position of an object with time is dash. Fourth, forces are push or pull by an dash or dash agency. Fifth, force can bring dash in shape. So for all those things I have given answers. Next one is a short answer, define force. So in this video, in the previous slides, you have a definition for that. Go back this video and write. Next, what are the effects of force? For this also you have 3 points answer for this in this video. Next, what is motion and rest? So this also you have an answer, and I have given the answer for your fill up. You can write this question as question in your note, and you can study and write this as a test and get parent sign and post the test to the class teacher. Thank you, students. We'll continue this lesson in the next video class. Thank you.